boys and girls. We are going to be reading a new Roman myth today. It's really more of a legend. There's not any gods or goddesses in it. We are going to get to those very soon. If you're excited about those, just wait. We will get to those soon. But today's is a legend that kind of goes along with the story of Cincinnatus that we learned about. Now remember, Cincinnatus was a man who was just a simple farmer who stepped up for his country. What did he become? He became a dictator in a time of war. And he did that because he had great pride in his country and he wanted to protect Rome. Did he want power? Nope. Did he want to continue being a dictator? Nope. He did it because he knew it was right to defend his country. So a lot of the Romans liked to look up to these people who really were brave and they showed interesting skill. You'll see that especially with the story we're going to read today. Maybe they're especially smart, kind of like we saw with Sinbad the sailor. There were a few times that Sinbad was able to outlive the other people on his ship because he really was being smarter, like keeping his supplies for longer than them, or tricking the Cyclops. So the Romans also, they really valued intellect, being really smart. They also valued people who were courageous. And Horatius is someone who does both of those things. He really has both of those traits. So Horatius at the bridge, we're going to be reading the story about him. As you can see this picture. Oh, I'm sorry, that is far too bright. I'm going to turn my lamp away. So it's still a little bit too bright, but here is the man that we're going to be reading about. Now, this is a story about a Roman hero that has stayed with us partially because there is an English poet named Thomas Macaulay who wrote a book called The Lays of Ancient Rome. And it had a poem all about Horatius's acts of heroism, being a hero. In the telling of this story, we quote some of the best verses from the poem. Now, Lucius Tarquinius, who is the last of the Roman kings, was so cruel that the people called him Tarquin the Tyrant. Finally, they banded together and sent him out of Rome. Forced out of power, Tarquin visited Lars Porsena, who is king of the Etruscans, another group of people, who lived to the north of Rome. Now, Tarquin convinced Lars Porsena, the king of the Etruscans, to assemble a huge army, much larger and much more powerful than the Roman army, and attack Rome. There was only one way for them to enter the city of Rome. That was over a small wooden bridge across the Tiber River. A soldier named Horatius guarded that bridge. It's the only way to get across to Rome. And this one man, Horatius, he is guarding that bridge. When he saw the Etruscan army preparing to attack his city, he came up with a plan. What would you do if you had to guard the bridge to your city? City of Bentonville. You're the only one who can protect it. What are you going to do? Let's see if Horatius does the same thing. He and two others would cross the bridge and fight off the Etruscans as they came down the narrow path toward the bridge. That shows great bravery, doesn't it? He is going to fight them off even if he dies trying. Now, as they fought, Horatius suggested that the Romans could tear apart that bridge. What would happen if there was no bridge there? Could the Etruscans get to Rome if there was no bridge? No, this is really smart. He knows he can't fend off all of those Etruscans on his own with a few other people by him. Two others were helping him. So if he tore down that bridge, then the Etruscans couldn't cross, even if that means that he dies on the Etruscan side. Now, as they fought, Horatius said, we're going to tear apart this bridge. and it would make it impossible for the Etruscans to cross and storm the city. Horatius, and this is part of the poem by Thomas Macaulay. Horatius, quoth the consul, as thou sayest, so let it be. And straight against that great array, forth went the dauntless three. Horatius and his two friends. For Romans in Rome's quarrel spared neither land nor gold, nor son nor wife, nor limb nor life. In the brave days of old. That means they were going to do whatever it took to protect Rome. Even if their life was at stake, even if they lost a limb, limbs are arms and legs. Even it was more important than saving their land or their money as well. Now, while the three soldiers held those Etruscans back, others chopped away at that wooden bridge. So just three people are holding off the Etruscan soldiers while other people are breaking down that bridge. Just before that whole bridge fell into the river, Horatius commanded his two helpers to cross over to the Roman side, leaving Horatius on the Etruscan side. He remained fighting off those Etruscans until he could do so no longer. Then, praying to the Tiber River to take good care of him, the Romans believed in multiple gods, including a god of the Tiber River. He prayed to the Tiber River to take good care of him, and then Horatius dove into the water. Wow, that was brave. Now, every Roman soldier over on the Roman side, they're saying, is Horatius going to make it? He just dove into this river. They held their breath, afraid they had seen the last of brave Horatius. Then the crest of his helmet surfaced above the river, and all cheered. The current was high, the river was fast, and Horatius, wearing heavy armor, had to struggle to survive. He could barely stay afloat because he's got this heavy armor dragging him down in this fast river. Sounds scary, doesn't it? But now he feels the bottom. Now, on dry earth, he stands. He made it. Now round him throng the fathers to press his gory hands. And now, with shouts and clapping and noise of weeping loud, he enters through the river gate, borne by the joyous crowd. So he lived. Thanks to Horatius at the bridge, Tarquin and the Etruscans could not enter Rome. For many generations after, men and women told the story of how Horatius saved the city of Rome in the brave days of old. So this is an excellent legend. We don't know how true this one is, but Horatius is still a wonderful hero to look up to. For any of us, we should all feel a sense of pride and being willing to do things selflessly like him. He risked his life for the sake of protecting all of these other Romans. That shows great bravery and strength, don't you think? Okay, that is our Roman myth for the week. We are going to start learning more about the Roman gods and goddesses with the upcoming stories as we continue learning about one per week as we read through these. Okay, enjoy the rest of your day. There's some questions to answer about this story as well, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.